Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have all of you here on your astrology readings. So we're going to get a weekly spread for each astrology sign, and we're going to be doing a heavy focus on the September 7th/8th total lunar eclipse and blood full moon in Pisces. So we're going to talk about what that will bring in for you, and I am saging, so I'm doing this for all of you out there. The main focus is to reset and meditate, to invite change, balance, and clarity. It is a great time to set intentions for what the next moon cycle will bring for you, to visualize. So if you have a dream board, a visualization board, write things out, do those sort of things. Express gratitude. And this energy, I will say, is going to be particularly potent if you have a Pisces moon sign. That's me. Let's go. This is going to feel like an emotional roller coaster for us, okay? And just be aware of that, because there's not a lot we can do besides go with the flow and just ride that wave, okay? So we may have some very intense emotions coming up. We may experience our worlds being shaken up. That being said, we're going to take a deep dive into each astrology sign for this energy following this total lunar and blood full moon eclipse in Pisces, and we're going to see what's going on. So if that sounds good to you, we're going to jump right into your astrology sign. Welcome, my Capricorn friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls in the sign of Capricorn, then this is your reading. So we are going to take a look at your week ahead. We're going to see how this full moon in Pisces lunar eclipse is going to affect your week, and we will see where this goes. So let's jump right in. I hope that sounds good to you. I hope you are all doing very well. So let's get started with the overall energy for Capricorn, please. Tell me more about what they can expect during this week and what the effects of this lunar eclipse will be for Capricorn. Thank you. We have beneath the surface, hidden truths, and something unknown. Interesting. So this may unveil something to you this week. The energy of the eclipse usually does bring something out for you, so expect that. Hidden truths and something unknown. I'm getting something that was swept under the rug at some point, so this could be like family secrets that were buried deep. You might learn something interesting about, again, a deep, dark family secret, like maybe your cousin's really your brother or sister, or something weird like that. What else, please, Spirit? We have Archangel Haniel. We also have joy, blessings, and intuition. I love that. This feels like such a happy card. Maybe this is a hidden truth or secret that you have been keeping, and just the release of it brings you these joy and these blessings. Take that as it resonates, because I don't know how many of you have a secret. Then we have Archangel Raziel. This is wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. Okay, so with this card coming out, this is now telling me that, again, maybe a hidden truth that you're going to unveil is something to do with your Akashic records, like past lives. Like maybe you were royalty in a past life. Maybe you have divine blessings coming your way. It may have to do, again, with your family tree, your legacy, your expansion, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be a bad secret or a bad hidden truth, but, it's gonna go where it's gonna go. So pay attention this week as things are unveiled to you, because it may not be unveiled to you in your waking conscious life. This may be a dream that is unveiled something to you. There may be a bit of, I'm getting like esoteric knowledge that is bestowed upon you. Like maybe, again, there's this thing that you did in a past life that you forgot in this life, and then all of a sudden it comes back to you like, hey, I remember the way to do something, or the way to get out of something, or the way through something. So whatever this is for you, it's something that you very much need to trust your intuition, okay? And again, this does feel like wisdom and inspiration coming back to you in some way, okay? So Akashic Records. And if you don't know how to access the Akashic Records, look that up. There is a very specific way on how to reach out for that. Now, I would do it through Archangel Metatron, but here we do have Archangel Raziel that may also be able to grant you access to this, as well as Archangel Haniel coming out in your reading. So do it in the way that feels right to you. Like you could write a petition before bed, place that under your pillow, and then you can, ask for something to come to you while you're dreaming that evening or within the next 7 days. There is a ritual that goes along with accessing the Akashic Records, and you're only allowed to access your own. Okay, so be aware of that as well. You're not going to be granted access to somebody else's Akashic Records. They're kind of like your private secure files, okay? You are allowed to get in there, but nobody else can access yours, and you're not allowed to access anybody else's. All right, what else do we have, please, for Capricorn for this week? What else? What else they need to know? What's going on in the energy? Okay, we have the letter. All right, so yes, something may be revealed to you in a letter format, and we have toil and labor. Okay, what else? What else do we have? It's giving me very much like Cinderella's story here. I just want to throw that out there. Cinderella was enjoying a very happy, beautiful, joyful life when she was living with her father until she married her stepmother, and then her father died and she was made to become a slave. So that is coming up here with this. It's almost like you're going to get some sort of information that's going to come up that maybe it's an inheritance. Maybe you are tied to some royal family in some way. This could be a divine inheritance that's coming your way. And what I'm getting here is that you have worked hard your whole life, maybe even in past lives, and you're going to receive something, again, a hidden truth, something unknown that's going to come forward, that's going to give you this clarity on who you truly are. And again, very much tied to your Akashic Records here. Okay? And maybe you knew this all along, maybe you didn't, because it feels like it was hidden to you, that you weren't meant to know it until the time was right. Maybe it was purposefully kept from you because, again, if you would have known from a younger age about this, things would have unraveled differently. I'm getting that as well. Now we have the Death card with Anubis. So you may be tied to something with Egyptian culture as well. We have the Tree of Life. Yes, a lot of very spiritual omens here, okay? The good thing is this hidden truth that's coming forward. It doesn't feel like bad news, although again, it could be something that affects you in some kind of way. Again, I got family secrets. Again, family tree again came up here for some of you. But I'm also getting that it's a double-edged sword, and that you may also be learning something about the deeper soul parts of yourself and where you came from. We have the Fish. Okay. So the Fish is about abundance. So again, it's giving me inheritance. This could be you making something for like this is e-commerce. This is creating something for consumption, for the public to buy, to purchase, to use. Like you're producing a product. And again, maybe you did work very hard for this, and it's coming forward of like a remembrance from a past life. Again, and that was something else that it gave to me, was some way of doing things. Something that you've created in the past is now coming forward for you to remember this, because you can use it in this lifetime in some way. All right. Now, Anubis with the Death card does signal endings and new beginnings. So what I'm getting here with the two cards together is that you are ending a way of being that has you in this belief that things must be done in the most difficult manner in order to achieve something. Okay? This feels like an ancestral lineage thing where, again, maybe your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, they all were like, you gotta work really hard in order to get where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you showed up here as like the curse breaker, or the generational, like the, I'm trying to think of what do they call that? The generational curse breaker? Yeah, so there's something with you that's gonna be different than your lineage. Okay, it's almost like you're showing up and you're saying, I don't have to do it this way in order to get what I want to get. You're proving that it does not always have to be difficult to achieve. In fact, it feels like you are learning how to acquire the things that you've always wanted and desired, and even your whole family has, but in doing it through a life of ease. And again, the laws of attraction, the laws of magnetism, that sort of thing. And so it's giving me very much that you're figuring out this new way of acquiring wealth, of acquiring security and freedom in a way that you don't have to struggle to get it, okay? Or to work extremely hard to get it. That feels like this is the aspect of you that's dying, that's going away, because you're like, look, I can get this without having to kill myself for it, right? All right, let's get into the tarot. What else do we have, please, for Capricorn for this reading? The word journeyman came to me. And again, that's kind of an old-timey phrase. That usually just means someone who's learning a trade. Maybe in a past life you were a journeyman and you learned a specific skill set. So we have now the Six of Pentacles, which is beautiful energy, balance, reciprocity, give and take. With the Seven of Wands. Okay. Standing up for something. Standing for something. Okay. If you don't stand for something, then you'll fall for anything, is what they're giving me with that. So stand up for your beliefs, stand up for yourself, stand up for whatever it is that you're fighting for. You're fighting for something. I'm getting like the underdog with Judgment. Okay. Judgment is here to remind you. Oh, Death again and Justice. Wow. Judgment's coming through very strong. And it's here to let you know what in your life is when the High Priestess, holy cow, what is allowed to stay and what is allowed to go. It feels like you are doing some major evaluation within your life. You are figuring out what is it that you do that needs to go and needs to stay, like what's worked and what hasn't, right? We have the Death card twice now, And that's just signaling that we are allowing things to fall away, including versions of ourselves that don't serve us anymore. So, what in your life needs to go? And that includes who? There's going to be people that are going to come up, and you're going to find out, again, maybe that they are not who you thought they were, right? Some sort of hidden truth is going to come out, and it's going to tell you who they truly are. This could be a job. It could be something that's happening where you thought, again, you needed to work hard to get this, paycheck, but you're running yourself ragged. And so that's where the judgment and the death is coming in to be like, nope, we're not going to do this to ourselves. We do have justice here, which is beautiful, because this is telling me that something is coming in to be handled fairly. And again, it's giving me Cinderella energy still, because why does justice come in? Well, it's because this very kind-hearted individual was made to be a slave to the family, and she did not do anything to earn that, right? She was made to be that way, and then when the justice came in, it was, okay, now the prince comes in and saves her. And I'm not saying that's your story. It doesn't have to be that way. You can be your own knight in shining armor. You don't have to wait for someone to come and save you, okay? But the gist is that the people who wronged her and treated her unfairly in her life were handled and dealt with. And it wasn't by her hand. She did not have to do anything to cause this to come into play. It was like divine intervention stepped in and said, look, you've been injusticed. We see what you've been through, and we're going to come and make it right. And the high priestess is here to let you know that you are this beautiful soul that is full of wisdom, inspiration, joy, and blessings, and your intuition is on point. All right? So whatever idea it is that you have, that you're working towards, keep going with it, right? You do not have to worry about anything because it's being handled on your behalf. There are so many people in your life that are going to be exiting here, and it's because their true selves were revealed to you. So again, this could show up as family members, friends, jobs, whatever this is, romantic situations even, that were not handling you in a fair manner. And so they're coming in and, I say we have spirit. We have very much a lot of angelic support, spiritual support here coming in to handle this situation for you. So just know that this is you very much as a Cinderella story. Okay, you've been through the ringer. You've been through some stuff that was unfair to you, and it is about to be made right. Okay, so just trust that this is coming in. Okay, and I'm also getting with the tree of life that you are about to level up like multiple times because of this. It may have felt like you were stuck on the same level for a long time, like they're giving me like a video game where you just could not pass this level. But now it's like you found the magic flute to warp 4 levels ahead. You know what I'm saying? So like there's something coming in here that's very magical, and it's going to help you on your path. Like this happens in Mario 3, I think. Like here, this will help you on your path, and it's the magical flute, and you can skip 4 levels ahead, right? Just totally bypass all those other ones because that one level was so difficult. So, wow. Great reading here for you, Capricorn. All right, what else do we have for Capricorn, please? What else? Thank you. We have marriage. All right, marriage is a blend of love, trust, and responsibility. Are you considering a deeper commitment? Ensure that you are ready for the responsibilities and challenges that come with it. All right. So again, I don't know if any of you out there are single or you're in a partnership. Maybe marriage is on the table or you've been considering it. This could even be a marriage in a business endeavor. Okay, so we do have this, again, the kind of e-commerce card where we're building something next to the tree of life, which involves family. So maybe you're going to be a dual partnership with somebody who's going to help you not only grow individually, right, in your love sense, your romantic sense, but also to help you build a business. This feels like a very deep bond and partnership. All right, the next card that came out was guilty. Guilt can hold you back. Are you carrying the weight of past decisions? Forgive yourself and move forward. Only then can you truly grow. All right, so I don't know if this guilt now is tied to this hidden truth or something unknown. Maybe there is a secret you carry that you've been afraid to speak out loud. Spirit's telling you to just release that, okay? Even, and this also just came to me, even if you just write a letter to the person apologizing or saying I feel guilty about this and then burning it, you never have to speak it. You know what I'm saying? But you also don't have to carry this guilt around with you. All right, what else do we have? This could be somebody else that feels guilty about something they did to you as well, and that might be the letter that's coming to you to be the truth that's revealed. So take that as it resonates. If you don't have any deep, dark secrets that need to be unveiled, then this is definitely from someone else. We have Cupid Deep Challenge. Challenges in love are testing you. Are you facing difficulties in a relationship? Don't shy away. Facing these challenges head on will strengthen your bond. Okay. Interesting. So if you are in a situation that has been difficult, there's a double-edged sword here, because what I'm feeling is that some of you are questioning whether to keep going and some of you are questioning to just bow out and leave. This is definitely a point where you have to trust your intuition. So if you are in a marriage, if you are in a partnership where you're facing choices like this or that, use your intuition and weigh out the pros and cons. And again, I keep getting tied back to this letter. Write it out. What are the pros and cons? Am I willing to stay despite the cons? Do the pros outweigh the cons? Or are the cons just too heavy to outweigh the pros where I need to just get out of here? Okay? So it's entirely your choice. You have to choose what is best for you in your situation, and you're being called right now to trust your intuition with that. All right, let's get an angel number for you for Capricorn, please. Let's get an angel number. Thank you. We have 2121, energy levels. Prosperity, harmony, journey, patience, discipline, focus, trust, and relationships. The day that you've been waiting for is on its way. Maintain your discipline as you move closer to your ultimate goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy and stay focused. Your efforts will pay off. Remember, it's a climb, not an elevator ride. All right. So it feels like you've already done the climb. I want to remind you of that, because it feels like the hard part is over and you are about to accelerate from here on out. Just want to throw that out there. Feels like you've already climbed this mountain and, dealt with this difficult energy, and now you are about to expand and grow leaps and bounds. Okay, 1111, wish come true. Fortune, patience, flow, self-discovery, manifestation, new beginnings, and initiative. A lucky break is on the way. This could manifest as joyful news, transformative experiences, new opportunities, or an exciting new relationship. You'll find yourself in the right place at the perfect time. This isn't mere coincidence, it's a gift from fate. Embrace this blessing and be open to the wonderful changes that it will bring into your life. All right, beautiful energy there. So I'm getting that you might see that number repeating, like on the clock, wherever you see it. This could also be twin flame soulmate energy, mirroring 1111. This could also be like the Four of Wands, solid, stable foundations that you're building. And yes, that card also does mimic the marriage card. All right, let's get you an affirmation to close this out, but you definitely have something great coming in here. It feels like something heavy is leaving and you're like, yay, finally, I'm so glad to be rid of whatever this was. It's been heavy. Thank you. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Beautiful. I'm going to repeat that for you. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Absolutely. All right, my Capricorn friends, this has been your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, give it a like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd really appreciate it. I love to hear from all of you on how this resonated. Maybe you know another Capricorn friend that could relate to this message as well, and you could share it with them. I'd really appreciate that too. If it didn't resonate with you, that's okay. Go ahead and check out one of the other readings that I posted in your other signs that falls in your sun, moon, or rising, and maybe you could put the pieces together that way. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. And want to remind you to go within so you never go without, and fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, all of you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.